How bad is it actually for women in STEM?
I mean, I think Nancy might be able to speak. She knows more about the numbers than I do, but yeah, like we made this film because it's just an issue that's obvious. As filmmakers, we always try to feature a diversity of people in our films, and it has always been harder to find women in science than men.
I think I've seen a lot of my profs who get to do research they're really passionate about, and also teach people that are also interested in the subject, and that's been very inspiring on age, where I don't feel like my input is heard, or I don't feel like I'm being respected in the work environment. And that can be really frustrating, but I think it sort of shows how important it is to have a range of people that can be involved and show that there is a place within the field for everybody. Show people that STEM is a field that anybody can be included in, and that there are lots of opportunities. I think it's important to sort of show people a well-rounded perspective. Like when you're growing up, it's important to be exposed to different disciplines so that you can get a sense of what really clicks for you. And I think that one of the really beautiful things about having people from different backgrounds involved in the STEM fields is that you get so many different perspectives, and you get so many different sides that you never would have considered based on your own lived experiences. So I think that increasing inclusivity within the sciences and within STEM is definitely a good and important goal.
The attention is unwanted sexual attention, coercion. Those are in the public eye, and I think everyone would agree we absolutely need to address them.
Not small, but they're very frustrating, but I'll have members of a team repeatedly asking me out in a work context, and asking me out in a personal way, but through work platforms. I'm like, okay, I don't think that the other members of the team are experiencing this, especially because it's one of the clubs where there are only 2 female team leads. It's mostly male engineers that are dominating this specific group, and so sometimes in that setting I feel a bit uncomfortable, but I think it is a wonderful and very fulfilling career path so far from what I've seen. And if it's something that you're really interested in, that you want to pursue it, you feel that motivation to go forward, you should always pursue that. Don't be afraid of anything standing in your way, because things are shifting broadly, and I think that women in STEM are becoming more present and more visible, and I think that this is sort of a cultural shift that will continue to grow. So if it's something you're interested in, you should definitely go for it and connect with other people in the field who can help you, because learning about other people's experiences and how they got to where they are can definitely help. I think about that a lot, imposter syndrome. I wonder if it's because I think it's something where, just based on lived experiences and from talking to friends and peers, it does seem to be something that a lot of women in STEM encounter, sort of feeling when you're not necessarily part of the group that is making up a specific field, it can be easy to be oh, well, I don't deserve my place here. And I think especially, having that group culture, I definitely find that, even if the opportunity is there, sometimes I'm oh, I don't really want to be involved in a group where there isn't a lot of diversity, and you're okay, no, but you have to. That's what keeps things moving forward, is sort of taking that jump, even though sometimes it's very uncomfortable. Follow what you're interested in. I think that's a big thing. If it's something you're interested in, even if you have moments where you're oh god, I can't do this, keep pushing, because I definitely feel that constantly. I'm oh my god, I shouldn't be here, this is insane, I don't know enough, I don't have enough knowledge, but you kind of build it up and you know more than you realize, I think. I would say that in Canada, you usually have the same opportunities. There isn't a bias. If anything, often there is an EDI push. Often there is a section on applications where you can state if you're within a specific group, if you're comfortable, and that is something that's taken into account to increase diversity. So that's really wonderful, in my opinion, sort of for increasing representation in those fields. But I do think there are still many areas, especially globally, where that's not the case and women are not given the same opportunities. So I think it's tricky to shift that on a global scale.